Open your binder and take out your badge. Now take your phone and put it in your binder. Then take that badge and put it on. And let's get started. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hello guys, so we're gonna have Friday fundraising this week. Bring your money, both lunches, and I hope to see you guys there.
Hi, I'm Miss Alvina over at the Counseling Center, and this is my immigration story. So when I was 5 years old, I was living in a country called former Yugoslavia over in Europe. Civil war broke out in the country, and there was lots of fighting between people in the country. So the United States sponsored my family to come over here. So there was a brief period of time between when I was in Europe and the United States that we were in a refugee camp, which is just a small camp where you're just kind of hanging out and waiting to see where you're going to be placed. And then my family was brought over to Utah. We got a really cool sponsor. I don't remember his name now because it was many years ago. But we got a really cool sponsor that he helped us get an apartment, and he helped us get like clothes because we weren't able to bring really anything with us. And he helped us like kind of set up our lives here. And I started kindergarten here in the United States. So that was my first school experience. I didn't speak English at all. And I learned it really, really quick because I was so young. And that reminds me of a lot of our cool students that we have here. I am here with me, my sister, and my parents. And then the rest of my family got sent over to Sweden. So they're actually in Sweden now. So that is my immigration story.
On. And go ahead.
So my grandma's family came over from Ukraine. I know my great grandmother, so her mom came over in, when was it? 1912, so that was a while ago. We have her citizenship papers, so like when she officially became a citizen, it wasn't until like a couple decades later. We're still looking for her Ellis Island papers though, so we're not really sure where those are. So when they came over from Ukraine, obviously the Ukrainian language is super different than English. So they use a whole different alphabet and everything. The letters are all different. It's not like Spanish or Italian or French where we use the same letters and it's kind of easy to translate. So when they came over, they didn't know how to speak English or write in English, and they didn't know how to tell the people that worked at Ellis Island what their last name was. So the people that worked at Ellis Island, they kind of anglicized the last name, which means they like made it sound English and they wrote it English. So I don't even know what my grandma's maiden name is supposed to be, like her family's name that came from Ukraine, because it kind of got mixed up along the way. Can I talk about like food and stuff?
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool. So I don't know a lot about Ukrainian, like I don't know the language or anything, but I know that my grandma, she lived in Pennsylvania in this like small town called Minersville. And there were a lot of other Ukrainian people there. So Ukraine is in Eastern Europe, which is next to like Poland and kind of like Russia too. And they have a lot of food that is really good there. If you guys have ever had pierogies, they're basically like dumplings with mashed potatoes inside, and they are so good. So my grandma always used to make those when I was growing up. And another really big Eastern European thing is cabbage. And I don't know if you guys have ever tasted cabbage or smelled cabbage, but when I was little, going to my grandma's house, it smelled like cabbage a lot, which was really gross because it doesn't smell good. And so she was always making Ukrainian food like halupki and halushki, and I never knew what it was when I was little, and I just knew it smelled really bad, so I never wanted to try it. And then when I got older, I tried it, and it was really good actually. So the moral of the story is that you shouldn't knock it till you try it. It's really good.